things have become very apparent from the start of this video. Number one is, my God, I need a haircut. But number two is that it's really difficult to source a long run in Bangkok. This city is just not necessarily set up for what I would deem a long run. And if you've watched the videos before of us since we've moved here, then you'll know A, one of our options is running along a pavement alongside a really busy road, or the other option, B, is running around our school track, which makes you very dizzy if you do it a lot. So what we're going to try and do today is we're going to try and take you to a new place, try and source a new run, and talk about why I think, why Mary thinks, why we both think the long runs are so important as part of our training, both physically and mentally. But we've got to get there first. I still have to pinch myself to think I'm living in Bangkok. This is not a holiday. And also I'm driving in Bangkok. And that is definitely not a holiday. So this is Nichada Thani. Oh. And this is where we're going to attempt a longer run, somewhere between 7 and 10k. We're not actually sure yet, but we're going to give it a go, see how it pans out, and I'll explain what this village is all about here, because you might be thinking it looks a little bit different to some of the runs we've been going on recently. Let's just explain what Nichada Thani is first. It's an expat town. It is literally built for expats, so it's not exactly kind of Thai style, but it does mean that you have wide sweeping roads with no traffic on, very safe for runners and cyclists, and it's got a lovely lake that we're trying to take you to, so we're going to try and run around that and see if that's a decent long run.
And hopefully flat and
hopefully
quite shaded.
Flat and shaded would be quite nice. There's also an international school in the middle of here. So if you have I don't know if you can see that, but there's a 400 meter tartan running track. Very posh, very blue, but that looks pretty cool as well. You know, for a track Thursday, or a track Tuesday, or whatever day your track is. So this is, essentially we run back to the entrance of Nichada Thani because we got lost, we went the wrong way. This is the international school here. So that is another school. I think it's mainly, I think this one's mainly expat children, isn't it?
I think mainly American, because it's an IB school.
Yeah.
So lots of American families live here, I think, and go to school there.
Yeah, which is different to where we're teaching, because where we're teaching it's predominantly Thai children. So we're really near the lake now, and this is the bit we're looking forward to showing you, and this could potentially be a long run in the future for us. Look at this. This is the lake that we're talking about.
Those houses.
Yeah, we live there. I'll be alright with that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, that upstairs balcony, probably almost as nice as ours.
Yeah. Looks pretty cool. It is pretty peaceful, I'll give it that. We're on to the second loop. I reckon every loop of this lake is around 2.5 kilometers, roughly, we think. So we're just coming back through for the second loop. It is getting very warm. Seen a car. It's pretty flat, a couple of inclines, but this is perfect, you know, in terms of a loop. 3.5 or 2.5k or something. You could easily bang out a half marathon round here. It's pretty nice it would be. So consider this a success so far. And it's not too hot, that's the main thing. It is warm, but it's not too hot today. I think we just both really need long runs in our routines for not only our physical health, but our mental health, because when you do 5Ks regularly, it's great at keeping things ticking over, but actually, what is it, 20 to 30 minutes of exercise, which is great, especially if you're at the start of your journey. I'm not knocking it at all, but where we're at in our journey, 5K is kind of not a backward step because we're acclimatizing, but we need longer to get our heads right, like our mental state as well as our physical state. You just need that time to decompress the week, the day, the whatever, and that hasn't been happening so far since we've been here. So we're really going to need to try and add these long runs in as a staple, as a matter of urgency actually. And that's not taking into account the physical benefits at all, that's just the mental benefits. This is it really, 10K done, and I've got to be honest, it feels good to get there. It's been hot, but it's going to be worth it, especially when the endorphins start flowing like we know they do. Oh, crossroads. That was the 10K beat right there. Oh yeah. Well, that's Nichada Thani done, or a little tour anyway, so that you get a vibe for what it's like, and we'll show you the contrast in a minute when we leave Nichada Thani. It's like you go from this American expat village immediately into very Thai areas, so you know, bustling and hustling and street markets and things like that are really cool. And the smells, I wish you could smell what we smell as we're driving through. It is amazing. But that's the start of the day. It's like 10:40. Winnie today has a vet checkup, swim and haircut. Well, me and Winnie are getting haircuts, so this is just the start of the day. So we're going to a place called Tonglaw Vet, I think, so that's pretty exciting, and she's going to get her little haircut. Okay, Winifred, it's your turn. You want to go swimming and haircut? Come on in, come on. So this is where she's going to be swimming, hopefully very soon. Very exciting. She's just having a little shower to get herself ready, and then she's going to go in. That was a nice little treat for Winnie, wasn't it?
It was so cute. It took quite a while to warm up.
Yeah, she wouldn't go in for ages, but then I think once she got the knack of it, like she understood how to get out, how to get in. Yeah.
It's so sweet.
I mean, like with all of us, Winnie is exactly the same as us. It's as acclimatization, it's getting used to it, isn't it? You know, it's tough for a dog to comprehend.
Something's not right.
What?
I'm on the wrong side.
We had to switch a route.
That's better.
There you go. So it's tough for Winnie, I get that, but she doesn't realise it, but like we were talking about earlier, it's as much physical as it is mental, these long runs, and she hasn't done long exercise for a while, and actually that's her version of, she must have been jumping in and out of that pool for 40 minutes.
Yeah, and you could see she was getting really tired after about 20 minutes.
Yeah, and it's a nice feeling, and it equates to what we want as well, is that kind of feeling of fatigue and that you've worked. She doesn't know she wants it, but you know, it is relatable back to us. We can understand what's going on in her body.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Look. How you feeling about that, Mare?
Yeah, good. She looks amazing.
She's so floofy. when you put your hand out of the window, it's just like a hairdryer is on it. I wish that you could smell these smells and like this feel. It's really difficult to convey in just a video, but man, when you're running it feels like it's on you, but in a moment like this it just feels like snug and warm, and I can't see a use for a hoodie like ever. Okay, you got changed because you were soaked. That was good. That was good fun. Oh, by the way, and look who's watching us. Look at that. Look at how floofy she is. Are you all floofy? She is our #1 fan and watching us in everything we do. So welcome to this week's Car Chat. Can you say car chat? Is that a bit longer?
Car chat.
I don't know what I did with it. I just need to play around, maybe.
I can't believe I just went for it.
Yeah. So, long run. I think we've established that we can do a reasonably long run at Nichada.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I think after my first week at school, my brain was a bit blown and I felt so tired.
Yeah.
But definitely it's a really good spot and I could do 10k there.
It has potential. We found out from our friend John that there are some really long runs potential at the university campus a little bit north of Bangkok. So, I mean, we're talking 20, 25k runs that they do on quite safe roads. So we're going to look into that as well.
Yeah. And there's a nice coffee shop apparently.
Yeah, good post-run coffee is what he said. Those words were his. But the reason that we like a long run is not just for our mental peace of mind, it's not just for our physical peace of mind, it's what it means to us in general, isn't it? It's like it's a cornerstone of what we do. Does anybody, can I ask a question, does anybody kind of feel that if you don't get a long run in, your long run doesn't have to be like our length long run, a long run, does anybody feel that you kind of feel like you're out of shape and your body changes, and it doesn't, the weight doesn't change, the body shape doesn't change, but you feel like it does? You know what I mean by that? And I hate it because we've been doing 5k runs and short swims, and I know my weight hasn't changed, I know my body hasn't changed, but I just feel like it has. I don't know if that's a thing. Is that a thing? Do you know what I mean?
I think it just kind of centres you, and when your body is used to doing that and you're used to doing it, it's hard.
It's weird to not do it. And I'm struggling with lack of purpose. I know I said I was going to go a year without any purpose and just do some races, but
it's been 4 weeks.
I lasted 4 weeks and like, I need to have a purpose, I need to have a race. So I'm gonna start looking into that, getting some purpose back. But I think we're going to start cranking up the mileage with our long runs, right?
Yeah.
Just start centering ourselves, have it as a cornerstone session every week, because we need it.
Yeah.
We really need it.
Yeah.
Coming up on the channel, I've been sent something very exciting by Incus.
Oh yeah.
It is the run version of the swim, what would you call it? Swim monitor thing that we had that gives me, if you're a stats geek, put it this way, you're going to want to watch this video because I'm really looking forward to what information it's going to give me.
That's good.
Yeah, and then also we've got the hard 5Ks to do, we've got some long ones, we're going to the beach soon.
Hopefully next weekend at the beach.
I might have a haircut, by the way.
Today.
So I'm going to be Sean the next time you see it. Not literally, not the name Sean, Sean. Move on. Thanks for sticking with us. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you like the look of Winnie now that she's all floofy. Oh, here she's back, look. Hello, Floofy. We're going to catch up with you on Wednesday. Thanks for being part of the journey. Let us know how your training's going. We're always keen to hear what people are training for, how their training's going, if they have any questions. We're always here.
Yeah. Look forward to... No.
What were you going to say?
Look forward to hearing from you.
Look forward to hearing from you. Let's finish on that. See you on Wednesday.
Take care.
Take care.
That's a nice thing to say.
It is a nice thing to say. I've never heard you say it though.
Take care.
Take care.